Or dose of
Remember,
outrage.
our orange thing in chief has basically redirected millions of dollars that were earmarked and designated for health of children and adults, a number of different things.
And
All
Title
of that
10?
stuff is being redirected. Money to treat sexually transmitted infections is basically been moved to crisis pregnancy centers. Anything that was dealing with
Oh, my God.
sexual health has basically been redirected to these pots of money, because now the federal position is one of two things. A, promote abstinence and prevention of involvement in sexual activity for those that haven't been
so far.
active before. And the other sort of funding stream is getting people who are sexually active to stop being so. Now, they have also been putting out these proposals.
At least we'll have some real public health crises again instead of
I
like
guess
porn.
There's something to it.
Porn's not a sexually transmitted disease, but drug-resistant gonorrhea sure is.
Absolutely.
Oh, God.
So now there are millions of dollars and just I would think at this point hundreds of grant opportunities directed at these crisis pregnancy centers.
Great.
To go in to public schools, and I can't even bring myself to say what they are basically saying they're doing, but their claim is they're doing sex ed. And it's all about lying, misrepresenting information, saying really stupid things.
Well, they always have.
What's one of their
all these abstinence programs have always said stupid things.
And what is now standard for every one of those programs? What's different is the candy, right?
Oh, yeah.
But this
sex is
standard
like eating the candy
food
that someone else had in their mouth.
Right. One program I was reading about, they basically had guys take a piece of chewing gum.
Oh, for crying out loud.
Chew it.
Yeah.
Chew it up, then put it back in the wrapper. Another one used lifesavers, passed out lifesavers, had everybody suck on it for a while, then spit them out, put them back in wrappers, and put them back in a bag.
And then say, who wants to take one?
Right.
Oh, that's
and
so
basically
clever.
out for everybody else, because, that's what really losing your virginity is like. Once you've lost your virginity, it's like eating candy that somebody else ate.
It is a good time to keep on banging that drum, talking about social justice. Sexual health is social justice.
It truly is.
And until we have equality across the board, went for just humans. I was going to say just for sexuality, but
no, it's human. You hit it right on the head. And social justice, sexual justice, it's just justice.
That's right. That's right.
It's just basically about the humans
when
living
the Supreme
together.
Court finally, did the right thing, because leaving it up to states' rights, as conservatives love to rant about when it serves their purposes,
of course,
would never in this country allow equal rights to all citizens in all 50 states. So when it comes to something like marriage equality, the Supreme Court had to step in, right?
Right.
So that places like Oklahoma would have the same citizens there would have the same rights as everywhere else, right?
Just like
but to refer to it as gay marriage. Oh, you got
exactly.
gay married?
Exactly.
Like, no, it's married, right? There shouldn't be these qualifiers.
Right.
Like, oh, John and Mary got straight married last weekend. Did you hear? Oh, what a lovely cake.
Yeah.
It
wasn't as colorful.
Why are we so goofy?
Yeah. Well, again, on that same point, it took a Supreme Court decision to say that certain states could not segregate.
Well, right. Remember, it goes. A lot of people don't remember the DOMA, the Defense of Marriage Act. A lot of people don't know that several years before marriage equality became the law of the land, especially millennials, back in, 96? I don't remember. Hawaii, I think, was the first state.
Yes.
And then Massachusetts. And when this started to happen, of course, the conservatives got all up in a bunch and started freaking out. And although Clinton was in the White House, remember, it was Gingrich's Congress.
That's right.
And they forced him, basically, they strong-armed him to sign the Defense of Marriage Act, which stated that a couple married in a state that recognized same-sex marriage, other states didn't have to recognize.
Didn't have to have the reciprocity.
If a couple was legally married in Hawaii and they moved to Florida, Florida could say, you're not married here.
Right.
You didn't get married in Florida. We don't recognize your weird Hawaiian gay marriage. When would that ever in the history of history ever happen to a heterosexual couple if they moved from Kentucky to Georgia? Georgia saying, you weren't married in Georgia. We don't recognize
if they were
your
mixed
Kentucky.
race.
Oh, right. Wasn't the love anniversary recently?
Yeah,
also?
I think it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
People need to know that, and this was a memo that was leaked, that there is discussion going on right now that this administration, Trump, is wanting to redefine the word sex in such a way that it will exclude transgender folks from Title IX and any other type of, I want to say entitlements, but any kind of protections.
Yeah.
That's really what
I
we're
would
talking
think
about. We're
things
talking
like
about
VA
protections.
benefits as well.
VA benefits,
And we know
anti-discrimination
we know how many
statutes.
trans people there are serving in the military. I mean, it's absurd. I mean, I know he wants to. He's not, but his policies are clearly sex-phobic and pleasure-phobic. He's a hypocrite and do what I say, not what I have done for all these years with porn stars and playmates, etc.
But I think you're making him sound more rational than he is.
Yeah, but that platform, it's just so insane. The
Right.
idea. What are we going to now take people who've been living legally for 20 years and say now we're going to undo that?
We're stripping you of whatever rights allowed you to live in civilization. Yes, that's what they're going to do. So again, just looking at that, if anybody ever doubts that this is not political stuff and that it's not important, and the delay is going to be when he gets, or if he can, I should say, if he can keep his rubber stamp Congress.
Yeah. Oh man.
Right? If he gets a rubber stamp Congress.
Wouldn't it be a miracle if the blue wave can take the Senate too?
Well, I mean, that would, and again, I don't want to tell people how to vote. I mean, I do, but I don't want to tell people how to vote. I'm not going to tell people how to vote, but I am going to say that I don't care what your orientation is right now, that at this point, it's important for people to remember that blue simply means balance.
Right.
Right? And that's really important right now. Even a lot of really staunch conservatives are seeing that this guy needs to be balanced. We need people in office to balance that out. And again, it's not necessarily going to be about him. People have to understand what they're voting for, especially in November. What people are voting for are the people he's going to rely on or get shut down by to try to pass these kinds of things.